What is going on, YouTube? Joe here with Culination Media, and welcome back for another live Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle against subscriber/follower on Twitter. Today we're up against Mike in a UU match. This is going to be the third and final time that I will be using this team, so if you're tired of seeing these Pokemon in battle, you won't have to see them all in the same spot again for quite some time. I probably will never throw this team together exactly like this again. Anyway, before we get started today, if you guys can, if you haven't done so already and you would like to show some support to the channel and the series, all you got to do, remember, all it takes is 2 seconds to click that thumbs up button. It really does help out a lot. Or just leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Feel free to leave some criticism, feel free to leave some feedback, what your thoughts are. I do read all of them, try to get back to a lot of you guys, all that stuff. You know the drill by now. I don't need to like babble on about it for a crazy amount of time. Let's take a look at the team here. We've got Choice Specs Noivern, we've got our physically defensive Sandslash with knockoff EQ, what else do I have? Stealth Rock and Rapid Spin. Then we've got Assault Vest Metagross, Choice Scarf Braviary, specially defensive Jellicent, and Nasty Plot Encore Focus Sash Infernape. So without further ado here, let's see what our opponent is bringing. I need to actually choose my team. That would be helpful. That would definitely be helpful. Let's see here. We got Rotom Heat, which I actually battled him on Showdown in, I think, was it the OU session? I think it was the same subscriber, yeah. And he had a Rotom Heat. So that is a little bit crazy because it kind of poops on my team. Even still, Rotom Heat always poops on my teams. So we got Nidoking, Slowking, Miltank, Meloetta, I can never pronounce his name, and Scrafty. So Meloetta is going to be the problem. Miltank is always an issue. Looking at his team here, I don't see any way to get rid of rocks, which will definitely be helpful in decreasing the amount of times that Rotom Heat can come in and start doing things that I don't like. So we're going to lead off with Sandy, and he may predict that and lead off with, I don't know what. If he leads off with the Miltank to get up rocks, because Miltank can carry the rock sometimes, we'll be in an okay position because we can get our own rocks up and then we can Rapid Spin immediately. He doesn't have a spin blocker. I'm not seeing a ghost type. So Sandy has been a nice, very, very nice lead so far. Indeed. I don't really have any other thoughts there. I was trying to think of something to say and it didn't come out. I don't know. This is the third battle that I am recording with this team. I've recorded them all in a row. So the first battle was really, really crazy. The second one, my opponent brought some really wacky stuff. Mike, I don't know what he's going to bring. I really don't. I really don't. He doesn't always necessarily bring like completely standard stuff. It's usually enough to keep me guessing. Now, he may just go for an Overheat or Willow here, actually. Willow scares the crap out of me, to be perfectly honest, but I don't have much of a switch in. I mean, well, Starscream could switch in here. Is it worth getting Sandy burned just to get up rocks? I think it is. I do think it is because he can't get rid of them. So I will take that trade. I will take a burn Sandy for Stealth Rocks. That's just what it is. He is going to go for the Willow. He's going to get it. So Sandy usually just gets pooped on. Let's be real here. In all 3 battles, Sandy has not been able to do a whole lot. But the rocks have really helped us in every single match. So Sandy being able to get that up turn 1 is just been absolutely fantastic. Now, I'm going to go for a knockoff regardless of who he goes into here. I want to get rid of an item. That's just what it is. Basically, my strategy here with Sandy is I'm just going to start spamming knockoff until it dies, basically. Not necessarily, no. No, that's a terrible strategy. Don't be that guy. That is the guy that most competitive players that are worth their salt will complain about because that's just annoying. It really is. It's just blatant knockoff spam. Especially when you're not choiced into it and you're still just spamming it. I do want to go for knockoff this turn just because I have no idea what he's going to go into. I really don't. He's going to go for the Volt Switch, predicting a switch. That is perfect for us because we're going to get rid of the lefties. So he's not going to have any recovery going on now. What are you going to do? Go for an Overheat maybe? Not really sure what you're going to do. I'm not really sure. He was definitely predicting a switch there. I don't know what he was predicting a switch into. Maybe this. And by this I mean Noivern. What my cursor is over right now. Let's see. He's not going to do that again. He might actually go for Willow on something coming in. Or he may, now that he thinks that I'm going to stay in, he might go for an Overheat. So I kind of want to bring in Starscream here, and then U-turn out. Because if I can start forcing some switches, he's just going to have to take rocks damage. And granted, the Slowking can very easily come in on Starscream, and it's a whole big thing. Yeah, we're going to... I don't feel like knockoff is a good play here. So we're going to go into Starscream, predicting possibly an overheat. No, he's just going to flat out switch out this turn. Okay, fair enough. You're going to go into the Scrafty and get an Intimidate off, I'm guessing. Is this Intimidate Scrafty? Yes, it is. So this could be Intimidate Assault Vest Scrafty, which, in my humble opinion, is the best Scrafty out there. That is the best Scrafty to run, in my opinion. I know I run Dragon Dance Scrafty a lot, but I do think that Assault Vest works a lot better in the meta. It's just my personal opinion. So at least we know he doesn't have Shed Skin, so that's great. He could have, let's see here. If he's not Assault Vest, what would he be? Maybe Lefties. Maybe Lumberry. There's possibilities here. If he has the Ice Punch, Starscream will just die. And I don't like that. Kind of want a U-turn, predicting the Slowking to come in. Kind of. I kind of want to predict that. If he goes for Dragon Dance, that could be scary. That could be very, very scary. No, you know what? We could actually go for a Focus Blast. That's super effective. That has some potential. If he's Assault Vest, he'll take it, though. You know what? Yeah, let's go for the Focus Blast. He's going to stay in, and he avoids the attack, and he gets an Ice Punch off, and we're dead. Great. Freaking great. That was, like, the best thing that could ever happen. Oh, wait. Starscream is surprising me by being able to take that. Jeez. Okay. I was not expecting that. Now, he could very easily... Let's see. What would he want to go into? Slowking. Let's go into... I really want to get the item off of Slowking, to be perfectly honest with you guys. Although, having Sandy around for the Rapid Spin in case that Miltank has rocks would be very helpful. I can't believe Focus Blast missed. We really needed that to hit. Really needed that to hit. I swear, I know missing Focus Blast, that's not something you can get mad at because it's like 70% accuracy and you're willingly doing that. Willingly carrying that, willingly going for the move. But the RNG has been pooping on me today, and I guess I'm just getting a little tired of it. Let's see here. Enough about that. Let's not complain. Let's not do that, Joe. Calm down. No complaining. We're like 5 minutes into the battle. You're already whining about stuff. Just chill out, man. Yeah, that's me talking to myself, by the way. You know what? I am going to go for the Focus Blast again. I think he might stay in. He is going to stay in, and we miss another Focus Blast. And he goes for a knockoff, predicting a switch. I just, no words. No words. So we've seen Ice Punch and knockoff. I'm going to say this is Assault Vest, if I've ever seen it. So I really want to go into Pringles here and just burn you. That is really what I want to do, more than anything, to be perfectly honest. The only other thing I could do is go into Braviary and superpower you. Oh, wait, no, why would I superpower? We can go in with Braviary and just Brave Bird you. You don't have priority. Is it worth going in with Pringles to try to burn something? We should outspeed this Scrafty unless he's running max speed. Because Scrafty's really slow. What are the chances you're running max speed? Because then we just lose Pringles altogether. I don't know if that's worth it. Alright, we're going to go with Braviary here. And I'm going to Brave Bird something. It's just what it is. We're going to Brave Bird something. That really put a damper on things. I wish we could have hit at least one of those. That would have been nice. I understand missing one because it is Focus Blast. 70% accuracy, but missing back-to-back is just... That's poop. I missed back-to-back Fire Blasts not that long ago, too. You guys probably watched that battle. It was recent. Let's go for the Brave Bird. That's just what we're doing. He's going to switch. Yeah, he's not going to leave his Scrafty in on that. We could have went for a U-turn to get some momentum. What are you going to go into? The Rotom. Okay. I think that's still a 2-hit KO. With rocks, because that's a solid 25%. And we know that he was lefties, so we're definitely going to outspeed. If he was Choice Scarf, he would outspeed. Ooh, that's not a 2-hit KO. You're physically defensive if I've ever seen it. That is bold Rotom, ladies and gents. Now, let's see, what are you going to go for? Volt switch, maybe? Overheat? We don't have the switch into this anymore, which really stinks. That really stinks indeed. Huh. I kind of want to go into Pringles, though. What are you going to do to me? I mean, other than burn, which is still kind of scary, though. Let's be real here. It's still kind of scary. I'm going to go into Sandy. Go into the Sandy, and I'm predicting a Will-O-Wisp here. It's either going to be the Overheat or the Will-O-Wisp. I'm just not sure which. I'm going to go ahead and... Yeah, there's the Will-O-Wisp. Great. All right. So we actually made a good prediction there. We do take burn damage, which stinks. But we can actually just go for a knockoff now. It's not going to do much to this if he stays in. But he might be afraid that I'm carrying the Rock-type move, especially the way I brought it in here. So I'm just going to go for the knockoff. No, he does go for the Overheat. Man, I was really hoping he was going to just hard switch out there. That might kill. Yeah, it just straight up kills. Ouch. I don't like that one bit. We can't bring in Infernape to set up here because we don't have anything for Slowking. We just can't hit it. We have Fire Blast and Vacuum Waves attacking moves. That's not going to cut it at all. What we can do is go into Pringles here and Scald, I guess. Or we can go into Pringles and Will-O-Wisp, predicting him to switch out. I guess that could be a thing. But he can just very easily go into Slowking, which I don't like. I don't like that at all. Quadro, does he really want to come in? Not really. A Braviary, I guess, could come in to U-turn, but we're faster, so that makes no sense whatsoever. I guess Pringles is the Pokemon we're going to go into. It's just the question is, what do we go for? If he wants to stay in and sack this thing, which he might, given how much HP this thing has. But he outspeeds, so if he can just go for a Volt Switch. Because if he's uninvested and I'm uninvested, Rotom Heat I think has like base 86 speed. Something around that range. I don't know, it seems kind of like a random number, but I think it is 86. And little Pringles here, well not little, big Pringles, man, does not have that fast of a speed. So I'm thinking Will-O-Wisp is the play to make. So I'm going to go for it. He's at -2 special attack. Yeah, he does go for the Volt Switch, so at least we got that right. That does absolutely nothing, even though it's Stab. We get the Cursed Body, so we're going to reveal that we are not Water Absorbed, which is a bit unfortunate, because I wanted him to be scared of that as far as the Slowking is concerned and throwing around Scald, especially late game. But that is not going to happen. Go into the Scrafty. Go into the Scrafty. Oh, no, that's really risky. The Slowking is the way to go, because you can take a Shadow Ball even if I go for it. Unless you're just afraid that I am, you know, offensive Jellicent, but you have to see that looking at my team, that's the specially defensive Pokemon. You have to know that. Mike is a good player. He knows what's going on. His best play probably is to just go into the Slowking, take the burn. Oh no, he's going to go into the Meloetta. Take a little bit of rocks damage. If this is, let's see, if it's the fighting type, like if it's going to do the Relic Song shenanigans, burning it was the best thing that could ever possibly happen. If it's special, that really doesn't help us a whole lot. This could be like Sub-Calm Mind, maybe? I don't know. I'm afraid of it. Whatever it is, I'm afraid of it. Do you pack the Shadow Ball? Do you pack the Psy Shock, maybe? Because that would hurt. That would hurt a lot, actually. Why would you switch that in? Unless that's the only thing you wanted burned. Can we go into Quadro to take a hit from this thing? I guess we can. Just depends. It depends. If you're physical, that obviously you're not going to do anything to me. I'm just afraid of that Shadow Ball. That's what I'm really, really afraid of right now. Let's go for a Scald and see what he does. I'm not sure what this thing is going to do. And that's what scares me the most, is when there's something unpredictable and I'm not confident in my ability to actually predict what's going to happen. Because my predictions are usually pretty good, but I don't go up against Meloettas a whole lot, so I'm not sure. I know that it runs a couple of various different sets, So we're going to see the Hyper Voice predicting the switch. That was not a good prediction on my opponent's part. Or not that it wasn't a good prediction. Oh my goodness, that does nothing. Holy crap, that did absolutely 0 damage. I can't even believe how little that did. This thing is at level 80. Oh, that's why it's level 80. Wait a minute. Did he challenge me to no restrictions? Wait a minute. All my other Pokemon just happen to be at level 50. Why is this thing level 80? That's why I was doing nothing. Okay. Crap. Well, I've never run into this problem before. That's why I normally invite people and not have it be the other way around, because I guess I didn't look at it and it was no restrictions. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. Basically, it should be the normal rules so that everything is leveled down to level 50. But that is not the case here. It's a good thing we have it burned. Unless he noticed that and he's trying to sack it. I don't know. I guess we just go for another Scald. Yeah, he's just going to go for Hyper Voices. I'm guessing that he noticed that he brought a Pokemon that's level 80 and he's just sacking it. So, I guess that's unfortunate. I don't want to see him have to sack a Pokemon. I guess he just understands that, not that he broke rules, but that he kind of has a little bit of an unfair advantage, so he's just going to sack it. Which I understand. If I was him, I would do the exact same thing. So he probably knows I'm recording so that he can't get me on Twitter or whatever to try to restart the battle. So I get it. I totally understand it. It stinks that he has to do that, but that's just what it is. He's being a nice guy. Thank you, Mike. Mike is your name. That's just a bit unfortunate. So I guess I don't have to be scared about this thing. And I think I even mentioned it on Team Preview that it was level 80. Did I? I don't know. I thought about it, but apparently it didn't click. So we just have to spam Skulls until it dies. It's taking forever. So this was a special Meloetta. I'm trying to think what kind of set it was running. Typically, the only ones that I've really seen have been the fighting type with the Relic Song and all that jazz, or Calm Mind. And Calm Mind is scary. The Scrafty's going to come out here. That leads me to believe that you are definitely having some speed investment. That is definitely leading me to believe that. And you might go for an Ice Punch, predicting Braviary to come in here. So I really don't have much for that Slowking, though. That is what's going to really screw me up, is I don't have anything for it. Quadro can't take it on. Braviary can't one-shot it. If Pringles goes down, Chimpino can't take it on either. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Can we survive a knockoff just to get a Willow off? We're going to try. We're kind of risking the biscuit here, and we're going to go for the Willow. We do outspeed, and we get the Willow off. Thank you for that. But the problem with this, as he's going to go for the knockoff to get rid of our lefties, is that Miltank could very, very easily have the Heal Bell, which might be what he's going into now that I'm thinking about it. What do we have for that Miltank? We have Chimpino here. Otherwise, we don't have a whole lot, do we? Not really. Not really at all. We're going to go into... he can't go for knockoff, so we're safe to go into Quadro here. If I had to guess, I would say the Miltank's going to come out here. We're going to withdraw first. So even if he's withdrawing, we don't see it yet because Jellicent obviously is faster. I could have used that opportunity to go for the Recover, but I'm pretty sure the Miltank's going to come out. No, the Slowking's going to come out. Okay. What do you have? I don't know. He's got the lefties, obviously, because he's a defensive Pokemon. That's what Slowking does. That is typically the best way to use him. I mean, I used him as specs before offensive, and I think it worked out just fine. Now, Meteor Mash is not going to be doing as much as EQ will. Depends on if he has a fire or ghost type move, I guess. I guess that's what it comes down to. This Slowking Miltank core, though, that's going to be the problem. That is going to be the true problem. We can see how much Zen Headbutt does and try to get flinches off, but that's just kind of silly. It's unfortunate that this Slowking resists our stabs. Let's go for the EQ and see what happens. He's going to stay in here. Oh, he's Scald. Why did I stay in? I'm playing like a dumb face. Yeah, he's gonna go for the Scald. Please don't get the burn. Please don't get the burn. No burn, so that's good. That is really good. He can afford to go for Scald again. He definitely can afford to go for Scald again because I really don't have any switch-ins. So we're going to have to go back into Pringles here. As stinky as that is, because if he gets a burn this second time around, then we're just in a bad spot because he can just go and switch out and get his regenerator off and it'll be a whole big thing. He doesn't get the burn, so he could have stayed in and EQ'd him, but it was not worth the risk, that's for sure. It just wasn't. It just wasn't worth the risk, man. The question is, are you going to switch the Scrafty in? Predicting a Will-O-Wisp. Or should I just recover? So I really want to get some residual damage going on this thing. Or are you going to predict a Shadow Ball and go into the Miltank? That's possible. That Miltank is such a problem. Let's go for the Will-O-Wisp, regardless. He's going to stay in, so I'm guessing he has a Ghost-type move. I'm guessing. No, he has Psyshock. Ooh, can we take that? Are you... No, you're not offensive. Wow, and he gets a crit. Oh, dear. This is not a good situation for us to be in. He's going to take some burn damage. But seeing how much that Psyshock did, I'm guessing he's going to want to switch here. Because he knows I can recover it off. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to recover it off. It's unfortunate we don't have our lefties anymore either. That's kind of poop. No, he's going to stay in and just continually go for the Psyshock. So at least he doesn't have the Shadow Ball. I guess that's good knowledge to have. Yeah, he's going to just continually go for that Psyshock. How much is that going to do without a crit? Not as much as he needs it to do. I can go for a recover again. I kind of want to go for a Shadow Ball. I would like to stall out one more turn of burn, though. Because Psyshock will kill, and then he can get Regenerator. We don't really have much of an option. We have to recover. Stinks. This really stinks. We need you to not get another crit on the Psyshock is what I really need. More than anything here. He's going to go for the Psyshock again. No crits, please. Please. Alright, it brings us down to about 50%. I think we can actually take another one. And with the burn, that's going to put him at about 50% also. Can we do this whole thing one more time? And the question is, will Shadow Ball plus the burn damage kill? I don't think it will. Is it worth going for? I don't really know, because then he'll definitely switch out. I haven't shown him the Shadow Ball yet. I'm going to go for Recover one more time, and then we'll go for a Shadow Ball. He's going to stay in again and go for a Psyshock, I'm presuming. And we are gaining a little bit of HP each turn here. No, he goes for the Slack Off. Oh dear. This is such a stall fest, and I don't have anything to stop this thing. That is the problem. I've got nothing. I've got absolutely nothing. He's taken a little bit due to the burn. It's only 6% though because of the lefties. We were not able to knock those off. We are missing our Starscream and Sandy, so we have no hope of really doing anything. Basically is what I'm trying to say. We have to show him the Shadow Ball here. He's going to stay in. Okay, fair enough. He's all about staying in. That does a nice chunk of damage. He's going to go for the Scald here and try to get some residual damage because I don't have lefties, which is not a bad play, actually. He gets a crit, doesn't get the burn, but his Scald is disabled. And that could be important. And in fact, he may just switch out now because he has to know, with Scald disabled, I can go into Metagross and not really be afraid of anything. Actually, I can go into Braviary and not really be afraid of anything. I can go into Braviary. No. I can't go into Braviary because Psyshock would just kind of poop all over the place. If anything, he might go for a Slack Off here. If I had to guess. Either Slack Off or just switch out. One or the other. Let's go into Quadro. Because he might go into Miltank too. You never know. Like I said, this Slowking, I knew this was going to be a problem. I really knew this was going to be a problem, and it is. It's a huge problem. He does go for the Psyshock. So that is not going to do much because we quad resist that. And yeah, that does all of like 5.5 HP. And let's see, what is worth going for here? I almost want to go for a Meteor Mash. Just because it has a chance to raise our attack. As silly as that sounds, I think a Meteor Mash plus an EQ will kill if he doesn't go for Slack Off here. And he may just switch. He may just be like, you know what, this is not a good matchup. Let's go right into Miltank. Yeah, we're going to go for the Meteor Mash. What's he going to do? He is going to withdraw, so he's going to get that Regenerator off, which really stinks, but there's nothing I can do about it. The Scrappy's going to come out, try to get an Intimidate, but that's not going to really work. So maybe he doesn't have the Heal Bell on the Miltank. I don't know. Or he's just not seeing an opportunity to go into it, which is also a possibility. So there's the Meteor Mash. That does a nice chunk, and with the burn, is Bullet Punch going to be enough? Is Bullet Punch going to be enough? I don't know that it's going to be. Do we really have an option but to go for it? We don't outspeed this thing, I'm pretty sure. The Metagross is slow as anything. Trying to think here. Well, if Jellicent was outspeeding, maybe Quadra can outspeed. I mean, he can just knock off, though, and I'll be dead. So that really doesn't do much for us. At least Pringles can come in and take the knockoff. And we have recovery. Yeah, it's not worth the risk. What my thought process here is, Pringles has recovery in the recover, obviously. No lefties, but Quadra has no way of getting his HP back, so if we, that's an unnecessarily risky play. Basically is what I'm saying. And that may end up causing us to lose Pringles, but at this point, we kind of need the Metagross. I mean, we need both, but Pringles, there's a better chance of it working out for us. So yeah, we don't have an item. Yeah, that doesn't do much at all, even though it's super effective. We don't have an item, and he's burned. He's going to go down to one more turn of things here, and I don't think he can survive rocks, so our best play is actually to just recover. Yeah, he's going to leave it in to die, which means he has no Intimidate, too. So that's great. Even though it doesn't affect our Metagross, it definitely does affect our Braviary. He's going to go for the Poison Jab, trying to get the Poison, which is not a bad play. You got to try to go for it. I mean, knockoff obviously would make no sense to go for. You never know when you're going to get that nice little chance to get the Poison. And that's why he went for Scald earlier, too. Just trying to get some residual damage going. The Rotom's going to come in. And he can go for, I don't know, I think he's going to go for a Will-O-Wisp. And I have no switch-ins, do I? I guess switching in Chimpino will be so risky because if he goes for Volt Switch, I mean, he would be dead upon coming back in. Jellicent does not outspeed. Does not outspeed. We can't risk anything else getting burned. Our Focus Sash would be broken if Chimpino comes in. That is a bit unfortunate, not gonna lie. We're gonna make a little bit of a risky play here. We're going into the Chimpino, the Infernate, predicting a Will-O-Wisp to try to get some residual damage going on this Jellicent. If he predicts that and goes for the Volt Switch, then I don't... Oh, he goes for the T-Bolt. Good play. Good play. All right, so that stinks. Our Focus Sash is broken. We can actually survive another hit, though. Is it worth going for the Nasty Plot at this point, or just Vacuum Wave to kill this thing? Not really sure, because that Slowking can come in, and the Vacuum Wave might be nice to have for the Miltank later on. The unfortunate part is that we're going to give away that we are special, and the Slowking might come in now, but that's kind of risky because I could have the Thunder Punch. I could be, you know, banded for all he knows, going for a U-turn just to kill him off. So I am going to go for the Vacuum Wave. I'm going to show that off here. And that should be a dead Rotom. Yeah, goodbye Rotom. He really couldn't afford to switch that out. He really couldn't. So he was just going for straight up damage on the Jellicent, not the residual damage. So I guess that's one way to go about it. The Slowking is going to come out here. And there's not much we can do about it. Let's see. Scald or Psyshock? I don't know which. He's running out of things to switch into. He hasn't wanted to switch that milk tank in, and I'm kind of curious as to why. Like, what is he running on that milk tank that he needs to save it? Trying to think. What on my team specifically? Well, actually, Braviary has the superpower, so that can handle the milk tank. Decisions. No, we need to go into Pringles here. I'm going to save this. I'm going to let him get a free Psyshock off, which stinks. I mean, I hope he goes for Scald. That would be better. Yeah, he's going to go for the Scald. I guess in the off chance my Metagross wanted to come in. That does absolutely nothing. And there's the burn. I had a feeling that was coming this time, so he's going to have the edge here. Because he still has the lefties and he has Regenerator. All I have is Recover, and that's not going to cut it. So he can survive a Shadow Ball from this point, and then he can switch out into Miltank too. And if, like I said, if he has the Heal Ball, I feel like he should have went for that already though. So maybe I'm just gonna kind of being paranoid about that. I don't know. We are gonna go for the Shadow Ball. That's our only play here. He's gonna stay in to take that, and he should be able to take that. Yeah, he takes that just fine. We don't see a special defense drop, which I was kind of hoping for. Not going to lie there. He gets that Psyshock off. That does a nice chunk, and Cursed Body is going to activate, disabling his Psyshock. So that's cool. So we can go for a Recover here. We pretty much have to. Thankfully, we outspeed this thing. If I had to guess, you're going to switch out. You have to switch out. You basically have to switch out. Otherwise, this is going to go down. Actually, I kind of want to go for a Will-O-Wisp, predicting the Miltank to come out here. That has potential. Because like I said, if he hasn't brought the Miltank out to use the Heal Bell yet, maybe he doesn't have it, and we can burn it on the switch, which would be fantastic. He doesn't have that Rotom either to switch into, but no, because just no. Just because no. We need to go for a Recover. He's going to stay in, so I'm glad I didn't go for that. Wow, he was just sacking his Slowking at this point just to get another Scald off? No, he goes for Slack off. Okay. Well, yeah, I guess that was the play to make. Too much HP. I'm saddened. I should have went for the Shadow Ball. I really was expecting a switch there to abuse the Regenerator, but maybe he was counting on me to predict that. Who knows? The mind games are real, ladies and gents. The mind games. And I'm running out of Recovers because I did not use PP-ups on this Jellicent. Now the Miltank may come in. I don't know. I keep saying the Miltank's going to come in. He doesn't want to switch it in, so there must be a reason for that. Whatever set he's running, he just doesn't want it to come in on this Jellicent. He just will take Shadow Balls all day. He'd rather take Shadow Balls than have Miltank come in. So fair enough. He's going to go for Slack Off again. He's going to try to stall me out a little bit, which I guess he could do. Or he's waiting for Psyshock to be... I don't know. Psyshock was disabled via Cursed Body, I think. I don't know. I'm just... So much has been going on in this battle that it's just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm gonna go for Shadow Ball again. And then we can go for a Recover. It's doing more damage than I figured it would. And he's just going to continually slack off. Now, if he has max PP, he's going to be able to win this little war. Especially because he has the lefties, as I said. He's got way too much on his side. The Slowking is such an issue. I have nothing for it. That's why I don't like going up against Slowbro shenanigans. Slowbro, whatchamacallit. Slowbro, Slowking, I don't like either of them. I'm not a fan. With burn damage, we can't take another hit, so we have to recover. As sad as that is, we have to recover. Because Psyshock, which is now not disabled, plus burn, yeah, that's just poor Pringles. He's trying so hard. He's trying so hard. He's at such a disadvantage. Such a disadvantage. We're going to see the withdrawal here, maybe predicting the recover to get a free switch into the Miltank. All right, now the Miltank comes out. And we'll get to see what this thing wants to do. I'm guessing it's packing the milk drink, regardless of what set it is. That's usually a staple. That brings us just about back up to full health. Maybe like 80-ish% with the burn damage and such. I'm going to go for the Will-O-Wisp. I'm going to guess he doesn't have the heal bell. I don't know if that's a safe bet or not. But I want this thing burned. It's just what it is. And he's going to withdraw, and he's going to go back into the Slowking. He's going to go back into the Slowking. You did that just for the regenerator, so you didn't have to use slack-offs. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This has turned into a straight-up stall fest. No questions asked. No questions asked, ladies and gents. Shadow Ball's the play to make here. Obviously. He's going to leave his Slowking in to take it. He's going to go for a Psyshock. Can we get a special D-drop? No, we just can't score a special D-drop. That's what I need to happen to kill this thing. And we get the Cursed Body, disabling the Psyshock. I'm going to go for Shadow Ball again, because you can't kill me. And he can very easily just go into his Miltank. This is terrible. This is a terrible situation to be in. If he goes into the Miltank now, I think he'll be able to kill me. I think. Yep, he's gonna... Man! There comes the Miltank. Two of my most disliked Pokemon of all time. I mean, he's taking rocks damage on the Miltank, but it has recovery. Absolutely ridiculous. We have to go for recover now. We're running out of recovers. He's going to go for the EQ, he outspeeds, and we're dead. Great. That's just fabulous. That's just freaking fabulous. So maybe he's offensive. Maybe he is, if he's packing the EQ. And that leads me to believe that Quadro is not really a good switch. So I guess we can go into Braviary and just Brave Bird something. I don't know if that'll kill Miltank in one hit, to be perfectly honest with you guys. I don't know. Vacuum Wave definitely won't. We really don't have much of a play other than to go into this Braviary here. As much as I want to go for Superpower to ensure I get the kill on this thing, the Slowking switch in is just is there, and I don't like it. I really don't like it. So we got to go for the Brave Bird. We got to try to punch some holes. He's going to withdraw, maybe predicting a Superpower. And he does go into the Slowking. Can we get the kill here with Rocks and Burn? Can Brave Bird pick up the kill and get rid of this absolutely infuriating Pokemon? Yes, finally Slowking is gone, which means our Infernape is going to be in a great position, and actually so is our Metagross, because granted the Miltank has the EQ, but and he goes into the Miltank here, which takes more rocks damage. We're going to be able to get a Brave Bird off, and then we can come in with our Infernape to Vacuum Wave it. So we're not in a terrible position here at all. By no means are we in a terrible position. Another Brave Bird from good old Braviary here. Come on, can we take this Miltank out? We can! Braviary's putting in so much work! Oh my goodness, taking out that core. Actually, I don't even know if that was physically defensive Miltank. I'm really not sure. Really, I can't say for sure. I mean, it was carrying the EQ. That could just be for steel types if it has the thick fat instead of the scrappy. I don't know. I don't know. Actually, that sentence made absolutely no sense. Never mind. Just forget what I just said. The Nidoking is last. If he is Scarfed and Timid, he outspeeds. If he is... actually, no. If he's Scarfed and Modest, he still outspeeds because I am... What do you call it? I'm Adamant. And Nidoking is higher base speed. Pretty sure. So we really don't have any other play other than to just go for the Brave Bird for damage. And we'll see what set he's running. He's not Scarfed. So I think that is a dead Nidoking. Pretty sure Braviary just cleaned up here. And, yep, that is another one-shot. So Braviary took out half the team here. That is insane. So as crazy as this match was, it got down to a stall fest, and the Meloetta had to be sacked off. It didn't have to be, but he did it in the interest of making the game a little bit more competitive and fair, because we had the wrong rules going. That was just a crazy match from start to finish. There were some frustrating points, some really fun points. The whole match was fun. Shouldn't say that. There were some frustrating points and some I don't know, unpredictable points, I guess you could say. Anyway, thank you as always, Mike. It's always an honor to battle you. You're a very skilled battler, very humble guy, really just down-to-earth cool guy. I like him a lot. So I was happy to be able to get a battle with him. I'm sure we'll battle again in the future. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you're leaving a like rating and a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are and all that good stuff. And I will see you all for the next battle. Remember, we will be using a completely different team. I'll be doing a different tier and all that stuff. It's the last time you got to look at these guys together. So with that being said, I will see you all next time. But until then, game on.